Lucy Faithfull Foundation differs a lot from other organizations in this field, given that you work with perpetrators. Why is that important?
Well, the organisation began as an organisation that worked with perpetrators, and what we found was, as soon as we did that, we found out things about how perpetrators think and what they do and how they behave and how they groom children and how now they behave on the internet. And we've always thought it's important that the wider society should understand that, because one of our roles is in prevention. So by talking to perpetrators, they tell you what they did, you hope, and they tell you how they came to do it, and then you get some clues as to how you can intervene early to prevent them from doing it again, and also to prevent some people from becoming perpetrators in the first place. We always now talk about going upstream. So we're trying to find out, where do these problems come from? What are the solutions to them? And how can we make those solutions happen before children become abused? So we've always said, you can't prevent the abuse of children unless you understand perpetrators and unless you work with perpetrators. So that's the core philosophy of the organisation.
What do you see are the most important actions to stop the spread of child sexual abuse material?
It's always about prevention. It's always about preventing abuse before it happens. We have to react to abuse when it occurs. We have to find perpetrators. We have to find indecent and abusive images on the internet, and we have to remove them. That's one thing. But we also have to prevent those images being made in the first place. We have to find children as soon as they're abused, and we also have to try and intervene with offenders before they commit offences. And in the days of the internet, we have to engage with men, usually online, and prevent them from viewing child sexual abuse material. We have to find them at that point where they're thinking about looking at imagery. We have to offer them an alternative. We have to intervene. We have to intercept, and we have to deter offenders from viewing indecent imagery in the first place. So a lot of our work is about working with perpetrators, but going backwards. Where do they come from? Where does this material come from? Where do the children who are victimized come from? And find those individuals hopefully before abuse occurs.
What are the most important actions for Lucy Faithfull Foundation in the near future?
We have a new Home Secretary in England. He has personally become involved in the fight against child sexual abuse. He's committed his department, the Home Office, to funding, and they're going to fund our helpline. We run a helpline called Stop It Now. Stop It Now exists for individuals to call, telephone, if they're concerned about their own sexual thoughts or concerned about their own behaviour. We've been running that since 2002. We've always known that the number of calls we take, that we answer, is maybe a quarter of the calls that come in. So a lot of people that try to call, they never speak to us. So the Home Secretary's funding means that we can answer a huge number more calls. The funding's just about been doubled, so we're able to employ more helpline workers. So that's a huge issue, that's huge for us. The other issue, I think, is just working on the prevention philosophy. You know, we engage with perpetrators, we talk to their partners, we run groups with perpetrators and we run groups with their partners, and we're trying to disseminate the learning from all that work to other agencies, to the police, to social workers, to education, and inform people this is how child sexual abuse happens. These are the causes of child sexual abuse. Here's what you can do to prevent it. So we're always engaged in treatment, and we're always engaged in education and public awareness. It's important that everybody in any society understands, you know, what is child sexual abuse, what are the causes, what can people do as citizens and as parents to prevent that from happening. So that's going forward. Our funding, we hope, is much more secure, enable us to do that.
So what will you take away from this day?
It's the same message everywhere I go. I can't remember who said it first, but they always say it takes a network to defeat a network. If good people work together, using technology, using their brains, using their moral sense, then we can actually make a difference to children being sexually abused, to help organisations to work more efficiently, to use the technology for good, because we know that perpetrators use technology for evil, and we have to balance that out, and we have to be as involved with each other as organisations and individuals as we know perpetrators are involved, be it on the open web or on the dark web. They all collaborate, they all cooperate, so we should collaborate and cooperate in the same way, but for good.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.